Be sure to hit that like button, share your insights in the comments, and subscribe to keep up with our newest stories. Life has a peculiar knack for presenting us with unexpected moments, instances that appear out of the blue but possess the potential to transform everything we believed about ourselves. I never thought I would encounter a situation like this, especially not at this stage of my life. At 52, I had settled into the reassuring rhythm of my life. For almost 3 decades, my husband Henry and I have shared the journey of marriage. Our days unfolded in a delightful mix of serene routines, leisurely weekend gardening, and the joyful company of cherished friends from time to time. This narrative, however, transcends the expected moments. On one remarkable evening, an ordinary Friday transformed into something special as Dante, Henry's best friend, shared a heartfelt confession with me that night. The mere thought of it still quickens my heartbeat ever so slightly. It began like any typical gathering might. Henry extended an invitation to Dante for an evening meal. Dante had been a steadfast friend since our college days, a person we both held in high regard, trusted, and admired. Dante recently experienced the loss of his wife, Diane, just last year. Henry and I put forth our utmost effort to stand by him, striving to guide him through the depths of loneliness. It always came naturally. Dante had always been like family. That evening, as I navigated our kitchen to prepare dinner, the soft sound of laughter drifted in from the porch where Dante and Henry enjoyed their beers, lost in a sea of nostalgia. Their light-hearted conversation was a delight to hear. It consistently infused our home with a soothing warmth. Once dinner was over, we nestled into our inviting living room, gently illuminated by table lamps, casting a warm glow over our cherished couches and chairs. Henry, the quintessential early riser, started to doze off while we were in conversation. Ultimately, he relented, offering a drowsy smile as his excuse. "You two night owls enjoy yourselves," he quipped, vanishing down the hallway. I let out a soft chuckle as I glanced over at Dante. His dark hair had taken on a graceful silver hue over the years, while his eyes reflected a profound depth shaped by the true experiences of love and loss. I had always been captivated by his effortless, understated strength. "One more coffee, please," I suggested softly. "That sounds perfect," he said, a warm smile spreading across his face. In the heart of the kitchen, the rich scent of freshly brewed coffee enveloped me as I carefully poured 2 steaming cups. The house lay in a tranquil silence, and I couldn't help but notice how effortlessly delightful this moment felt. I passed Dante the coffee and took a seat opposite him. The wooden coffee table that sits between us is adorned with magazines and cherished family photographs. "You know," Dante began softly, his voice taking on a deeper tone, "I haven't properly thanked you, Callista, for everything. Losing Diane was a profound experience. I truly can't imagine how I would have navigated this without you and Henry by my side." My heart melted. "Dante, you've always been a part of the family, and you know it. No need for gratitude." He nodded deliberately, his gaze locked on his coffee with unwavering focus. "Your generosity and patience have truly stood out, and your willingness to listen has been invaluable. You, in particular, Callista, the warmth of your kindness. It's truly one of a kind." A soft warmth blossomed on my cheeks. The atmosphere felt distinct in an unexpected way. The atmosphere was charged with an unexpected closeness. Dante let out a gentle sigh, looking up as he spoke in a barely audible whisper. "I never thought I would express this to anyone, especially not to you." My heart raced, picking up on the depth in his voice. "Feel free to share anything with me, Dante." In that moment, his gaze locked onto mine, revealing a depth of vulnerability I had never encountered before. Since Diane's passing, I've found myself reflecting deeply on life and the regrets that linger. Regrets I hold close, emotions left unspoken. I nodded in silence, allowing him the room to elaborate. I noticed him start to swallow hard, his eyes shimmering softly. The countless hours I've dedicated to suppressing my genuine emotions. I've come to understand that life is too brief to conceal what truly lies within. My chest tightened just a bit as his gaze locked onto mine with an unusual intensity. "What message are you conveying, Dante?" My voice remained calm, even as my heart pounded fiercely in my chest. He paused for just a heartbeat before he spoke, his words soft yet heavy with genuine emotion. "Your presence has always inspired a profound admiration in me, Callista. For years, I held you in high regard, both as a friend and as Henry's wife. However, at some point in the journey, it evolved into something greater. After losing Diane, I came to understand the profound depth of those feelings. The stillness that ensued was thick with the weight of his revelation. Time stood still, and I became acutely aware of every nuance around me. The clock ticks steadily, leaves whisper gently in the breeze, and his eyes hold a quiet strength that captivates. "Dante," I murmured, taken aback by the depth of his honesty. He instinctively extended his hand but paused midway, retracting it with a sense of respect. He continued softly, "I didn't intend to place this weight on your shoulders. Tonight, as I watch you and witness the kindness you share daily, I can no longer keep it to myself." My thoughts surged with a flurry of questions, emotions swirling intensely within me. Despite everything, there remained an absence of betrayal or anger. I was profoundly touched and unexpectedly honored by his candidness. "I don't expect anything from you," Dante assured softly, his gaze lingering on my silence. "I wanted to share that I can't bear this weight by myself any longer." With a deep breath, I finally found my voice, calm and unwavering. "Thanks, Dante." Sharing this required immense bravery. A gentle sigh slipped from his lips, a wave of relief illuminating his expression. "Indeed, it did. I'm really worried that I may have jeopardized our friendship." However, I could no longer maintain the facade. I gently reassured him, feeling my heart lighten a bit as I recognized the intensity of his fear. "Our friendship is resilient and built to last." He offered a gentle smile, a bittersweet look gracing his features. "I appreciate you taking the time to listen, Callista. No one has ever grasped my thoughts and feelings quite like you do." We paused for a moment, allowing his revelation to hang in the air, finding comfort even in its intricacy. The depth of honesty we shared was remarkable, a feeling I had seldom experienced. In that moment, we both recognized, without uttering a single word, that our relationship had transformed irrevocably. As Dante departed later that night, I lingered by the door, observing his car fade into the shadows. My thoughts were a whirlwind, my heart weighed down yet buoyant all at once. Dante's words resonated within me, igniting a long-dormant spark and bringing to life a forgotten aspect of my being. I glanced back at the quiet house, where the shadows stretched out, offering a sense of solace. Dante's confession stirred a profound curiosity and reflection in me, compelling me to face emotions I never thought I could experience. Everything felt uncertain now, and while it filled me with fear, there was also a thrilling rush that accompanied it. As I gently closed the door, I realized this night had irrevocably changed the trajectory of our lives. This is merely the start. Rest eluded me that night. Dante's confession reverberated in my thoughts, dragging me through a series of restless dreams. Every time I shut my eyes, his sincere face emerged, the depth in his gaze, the soft quiver in his voice. I tossed and turned, not plagued by guilt, but rather by a complex warmth that both frightened and intrigued me in equal measure. Henry rose with the dawn, quietly easing out of bed to embark on his routine morning jog. I remained motionless, observing the first light of dawn delicately brightening our bedroom, casting soft beams over cherished family photographs and familiar, time-worn furniture. Everything appeared unchanged, yet I sensed a profound shift within me, irrevocably transformed by the truth exchanged the previous night. I stayed in bed, relishing the peaceful stillness. An unusual longing awakened within me. It wasn't completely unfamiliar. It may have lingered in the shadows all along, concealed by the layers of a familiar routine, patiently anticipating the moment when something or someone would bring it to light. At last, I stood up, enveloping myself in my robe, a strange sense of vulnerability washing over me, even within the confines of my own sanctuary. Descending the stairs, the aroma of yesterday's coffee enveloped me, softly evoking memories of Dante's quiet bravery. As the day unfolded, familiar routines seemed to drift away, akin to navigating through a thick fog. Henry appeared blissfully unaware, his cheerful demeanor intact, completely oblivious to the tempest quietly gathering inside me. I found myself repeatedly checking my phone, half anticipating or maybe wishing to catch a glimpse of Dante's name lighting up the screen. Still, the phone stayed quiet, making me question whether he felt remorse for his candor. As the late afternoon settled in, I found myself alone in the kitchen, with sunlight gently pouring through the window, creating beautiful patterns on the countertop. Engrossed in my musings, I startled at the gentle buzz of the phone. My heart raced with anticipation. Dante's name lit up the screen. "Shall we have a conversation? Let's connect at Riverside Park." I assure you, it's just a conversation. A delicate shiver coursed through my being. For a moment, I paused, a whirlwind of thoughts swirling in my mind, yet the allure of curiosity and an irresistible deeper connection ultimately triumphed. I responded with a straightforward, "Okay, I'll be there." The journey to Riverside Park was short, but it seemed to stretch on forever. I parked close to a well-known oak tree, its leaves whispering softly, casting playful shadows on the grass. Dante lingered at the riverbank, his hands fidgeting in his pockets as he stared contemplatively at the gently flowing water. I noticed the way the setting sun softened the world around us, creating a moment of quiet reflection. As my footsteps echoed, he turned, his face transforming with a blend of relief and gratitude. "Thank you for coming, Callista," he said softly, his voice heavy with emotion. "I had my doubts about that." "I wasn't either." I whispered my confession, moving in closer. We paused in silence, taking in the serene beauty surrounding us, the soft murmur of the river, the delicate chirping of birds above, and the fresh aroma of cut grass wafting through the gentle breeze. "I truly meant every word I expressed last night." Dante finally started, his gaze locked onto mine, steady yet tender. "However, there's more to the story that I haven't shared with you. There's so much more to discover." My heart constricted, preparing for the unknown that lay ahead. "What's going on, Dante?" He took a deep breath, summoning his courage before moving forward. As days turned into nights, I found myself adrift, uncertain of the path ahead. Every moment I shared with you, even in the realm of friendship, felt like a vital connection. Gradually, those emotions evolved into something more profound, more vivid, more powerful. I spoke in a whisper, my voice barely breaking through the silence as I replied. "Dante, I remain married. I have a deep affection for Henry." He interrupted softly, raising his hand in a gesture of respect. "I've been grappling with these emotions for quite some time now. I would never want to cause any harm to Henry or you." His genuine nature was unmistakable, and it warmed my heart. Still, uncertainty lingered in my mind. "So, what's the reason for sharing this with me?" Dante let out a gentle sigh as he moved in, maintaining a respectful space between them. "Callista, I witnessed something last night that caught my attention. Your eyes revealed everything when I shared my feelings. I perceived intrigue, not dismissal. It inspired a sense of hope within me. I never wished for you to leave Henry, that was never my intention. I simply hoped I wasn't alone in experiencing something more profound." His words lingered softly in the air, sincere and unfiltered. I felt compelled to refute their claims, to comfort him by clarifying that he had misinterpreted the situation. Yet deep down I understood he was correct. His words reminded me of the deep bond we've shared over the years, one built on trust and understanding. "Your words have undeniably left a profound impact on me." I finally confessed, my voice a soft murmur swept away by the wind. "So, what's our next move, Dante?" These emotions, they add layers of complexity to everything. Dante nodded thoughtfully, fully grasping the gravity of the situation. "I simply couldn't stand the idea of you remaining unaware of my feelings. Life has shown me, often through hardship, just how fleeting it can be and the vital role that honesty plays. I will honor any boundaries you establish. I simply had to be honest." His genuine nature dismantled the barriers I had been clinging to with all my might. In that raw moment, I understood that Dante was conveying something deeper than mere affection. He was revealing something profound. A fragment of his essence exposed to me, placing unwavering trust in my understanding of his most profound reality. I reached out, offering a comforting touch on his arm, acknowledging the depth of our long-standing friendship. Our gazes met, a deep connection conveyed without a word. My heart pounded with fervor, each beat resonating powerfully inside me. "What we're feeling isn't wrong," Dante murmured, his voice thick with unspoken emotion. "However, I understand that taking action can be quite complex." "Indeed," I murmured in response, giving a subtle nod, battling the tears of frustration and yearning that threatened to spill over. "You've unlocked a door I never knew was there. Your perspective has transformed how I view myself." I felt a surge of emotion, reflecting on the complexities of our conversation. "For now, that's sufficient, just the reassurance that we share these feelings together." We stood side by side, our breaths gentle and soft, silently recognizing the bond we shared, a delicate but strong connection forged through transparency and shared respect. The river glided serenely, unaware of the chaos brewing inside us. The gentle chirping of birds and the soft rustle of leaves overhead provided a soothing backdrop as we came to terms with the events that had just unfolded. At last, Dante took a small step back, his voice a blend of softness and strength. "Regardless of what unfolds from here, Callista, I appreciate you. Thank you for listening and for sharing in your emotions. Thank you for placing your trust in me." I responded softly, my heart aching gently, caught in a struggle between loyalty and desire, gratitude and confusion. "This alters the dynamics," yet our friendship remains intact. He offered a soft smile, his eyes radiating warmth and tenderness. Absolutely not, our friendship is untouchable. As we said our goodbyes that evening, the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky with a breathtaking palette of colors. I made my way home at a leisurely pace, my mind swirling with reflections, fully aware that the life I once knew had changed irrevocably. Henry welcomed me with open arms as I stepped in, oblivious to the storm of emotions brewing inside me. As he held me close, a wave of guilt washed over me momentarily, but soon it was replaced by a profound realization of my own essence, of what it truly meant to feel vibrantly alive once more, even if it stirred a sense of fear within me. As I lay in bed that night, the soothing sound of Henry's gentle breathing filled the air, while Dante's face lingered vividly in my thoughts. In that moment, one undeniable truth emerged above all else. My heart transformed for eternity. As the days morphed into weeks, life continued its relentless march, but an unmistakable shift lingered in the air. Each encounter, every solitary pause, resonated with the haunting memory of Dante's words and the tender connection we experienced by the river. Even with our measured control, a subtle yet significant transformation had occurred within me. My chats with Henry flowed as always, filled with warmth, affection, and authenticity. Yet my heart silently grappled with an emerging realization that I could no longer overlook. Dante maintained a respectful distance, honoring the unspoken boundaries we had set. We exchanged texts from time to time, touching base as friends, always mindful to maintain boundaries. Every message ignited a warmth within me, nurturing the delicate flame he had sparked, keeping it alive and gently flickering in my heart. One evening, roughly a month following Dante's confession, Henry casually brought up that he had invited Dante over for another dinner. My heart raced at the news, a thrilling blend of anxiety and excitement coursing through me. I couldn't help but wonder if Henry had picked up on any subtle shifts within me, yet he appeared blissfully oblivious, eagerly looking forward to a delightful evening with his oldest friend. While I was getting dinner ready that evening, my hands quivered just a bit. Everything felt intensified. The sound of dishes clinking, the enticing aroma of spices bubbling on the stove, and the soft ticking of our kitchen clock create a symphony of warmth and comfort. My senses were heightened, anxiously anticipating Dante's arrival. The doorbell chimed softly, sending a jolt through my heart. Henry greeted Dante with open arms, their shared laughter echoing into the kitchen. I inhaled deeply, centering myself before making my way to welcome him. As our gazes locked, a subtle spark ignited, unspoken yet undeniable. Dante's smile was soft, his expression warm, reflecting a profound depth of emotions left unvoiced. He appeared striking, his silver hair perfectly styled, with warm and contemplative eyes. I averted my gaze, unsure if my heart could hold its composure. The dinner unfolded effortlessly, brimming with laughter and tales, the sort that flow naturally after years of camaraderie. Yet beneath the surface, a quiet tension simmered, unnoticed by Henry but keenly sensed between Dante and me. Every now and then, I would notice Dante's eyes lingering on me, brimming with a subtle yearning and careful hesitation. Following dinner, Henry proposed we relax on the back porch, savoring the gentle warmth of the evening air. We quickly reached an agreement, stepping out into the gentle embrace of twilight. The sky radiated with hues of violet and gold, as the setting sun enveloped the surroundings in a soft, warm glow. Eventually, Henry made his exit, having committed to reaching out to his sister regarding a family issue. "You two enjoy the evening," he said with a cheerful smile before vanishing back inside. Violence enveloped Dante and me gently, interrupted only by the distant chirping of crickets. It marked our first moment of solitude since our time at Riverside Park. Having Dante beside me brought a sense of comfort, yet it also ignited a whirlwind of tense emotions. "Callista," Dante finally spoke, his voice soft but laden with feeling. "In recent weeks, I've made a concerted effort to maintain my distance and honor the boundaries we've established. However, witnessing you this evening has proven to be more challenging than I anticipated." I nodded softly, my gaze locked on the horizon. "It has been challenging for me as well," I confessed gently, my voice revealing my vulnerability. "I believed that distance would soothe these emotions, yet it has only intensified them." He let out a soft sigh, inching nearer while still honoring the space between them. "I aim to keep things simple for you and your relationship. Our friendship is my most cherished possession. But Callista, I must confess, my heart aches daily because you're not by my side." My breath caught gently, profoundly moved yet swept away by the intensity of his emotions. I faced him, letting myself meet his eyes completely, as the power of his gaze enveloped me. "Dante," I whispered gently, my voice trembling just a bit. "My heart is awakening to emotions I've never encountered before." For weeks, I found myself in a struggle, grappling with the guilt of caring so profoundly. "You're absolutely correct. No more pretending for me." Your presence ignites a vibrant energy within me, while simultaneously sending shivers of fear through my veins. His gaze softened, a blend of gratitude and a deep yearning in his expression. In that moment, he leaned closer and softly whispered, "We're feeling exactly the same," as he reached out to take my hand with a gentle touch. I welcomed his touch, relishing the warmth as our fingers intertwined effortlessly. The soft touch ignited a wave of subtle energy coursing through my veins. "What are our next steps?" I inquired softly, my heart tenderly aching at the impossibility of our circumstances. Dante inhaled deeply, his thumb gently gliding against mine. "Perhaps we can hold off on taking any action for now. Maybe it's sufficient to simply acknowledge it, to express these moments when we can, always with respect, ensuring we never cause harm to Henry." I nodded slowly, my heart weighed down yet soothed by his genuine sincerity. "Absolutely, you have a point. Despite the complexity, it feels essential to embrace these feelings with honesty." He offered a soft smile, his eyes radiating warmth and kindness. "The future remains a mystery, Callista. I will forever treasure the bond we have, regardless of its limitations." We sat in comfortable silence, appreciating the honesty and clarity between us. Stars began to appear above us, softly twinkling in the rich, velvety sky. A wave of tranquility washed over me as I realized that while life is seldom straightforward, embracing honesty can illuminate the path even in times of doubt. In due time, Henry returned to our midst, completely unaware of the subtle, shared connection we had cultivated. Dante and I subtly let go of each other's hands, mindful of how it looked, but fully aware that we had experienced something deeply genuine. As Dante finally bid farewell that evening, our goodbye stretched just a moment longer, our eyes sharing unspoken promises that words could never capture. With a cheerful wave, Henry bid farewell to Dante as he drove off, while I remained quietly by his side, my heart weighed down yet profoundly satisfied by the truth we had courageously embraced. Later that night, as I lay awake next to Henry, my heart quietly pondered the events that had unfolded. Dante's revelation turned my world upside down, compelling me to face the realities I had been evading for far too long. Uncertain of what was to come, I couldn't shake the feeling of transformation within me, stronger and more vibrant for embracing these emotions head-on. At last, sleep enveloped me, serene and soothing, rich with visions of tranquil rivers and tender hugs under the soft glow of twilight. In the months that followed, life slowly found its groove once more, settling into a fresh sense of normalcy. Dante and I honored our silent commitment, upholding the boundaries we had thoughtfully set. Our friendship blossomed subtly, fortified by trust, understanding, and the tender closeness of shared truths. We both recognized that the fragile boundary between friendship and something deeper would always remain elusive, cherished, and unblemished. Henry carried on blissfully unaware, and while my heart sometimes throbbed with guilt, I recognized that my love for him had only grown and transformed. My love for Dante revealed the profound depths of emotions I never knew I could experience, while also highlighting the importance of restraint and loyalty. Life continued, marked by small yet significant moments. Serene strolls in the park with Henry, engaging coffee conversations with Dante, and joyful gatherings with friends overflowing with laughter and warmth. Every meeting with Dante stirred a soft excitement within me, a reminder of the honesty we shared, but it never diminished the quiet strength and love that Henry and I had cultivated over the years. On a breezy afternoon, almost a year after Dante's confession, I strolled along the familiar path by Riverside Park. The leaves rustled softly in the trees, while sunlight danced through the branches, creating delicate patterns all around me. Dante requested a meeting, indicating he had significant news to discuss. He positioned himself by the riverbank, contemplating the gentle flow of the water before him. As I drew near, he pivoted, his smile both sincere and contemplative. "Callista," he said with a gentle smile, moving in a little closer. "It's great to see you here. What's going on, Dante?" I inquired softly, picking up on a faint change within him, a deeper current beneath his typical composed exterior. He inhaled deeply, grounding himself before he began to speak. "I have received a job offer, located in the beautiful state of Colorado. I'm craving a fresh start at this moment. My heart constricted, instantly grasping the significance of his words for our future. So, you're heading out? He nodded gently, his eyes mirroring a subtle sorrow. I believe this is the best course of action, Callista. Being here, encountering you often yet never fully possessing you is more challenging than I care to acknowledge. I require some distance, a little space to heal, and maybe an opportunity to create something fresh once more. Even as my heart throbbed with pain, clarity washed over me. Soft tears gathered in my eyes. While I managed to put on a soft smile, I truly get it, Dante. I genuinely do. It truly saddens me, but you have a point. Maybe some space is exactly what we require to truly recover. He extended his hand and we shared a firm handshake, acknowledging the significance of our journey and the paths ahead. You'll always hold a piece of my heart, Callista, he whispered, his voice heavy with unspoken feelings. My desire is for you to experience genuine happiness. You and Henry truly deserve that. I will forever cherish the moments we've experienced together. Integrity, reliability, and authentic camaraderie. I held his hand tenderly, tears slipping quietly down my cheeks. Your impact on my life has been profound, Dante. You revealed aspects of my being that I was unaware of. You've bestowed upon me a true treasure, the invaluable experience of deeply understanding who I am. I will forever cherish and appreciate you for that. He offered a warm smile, his eyes shimmering gently. That's everything I've ever dreamed of. We lingered in silence, cherishing our final moment together, surrounded by the soothing sounds of nature enveloping us in tranquility. In the end, we gently let go of each other's hands, taking a step back with a shared sense of understanding and respect. Find your happiness, Callista, he said softly, with genuine warmth in every syllable.